So hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't mind this, it's actually just situationship. Anywho, today I'm going to be doing a story time for you guys. A story time on something very interesting that happened in my life. So I'm going to be doing a story time on the birth of my son. I have a kid, guys. I have a kid. You guys won't be surprised. As old as I am. So anyway, this is how everything happened, and we'll just jump into it. And like and subscribe the video. You can add a comment. You can share it with your friends if you'd like as well. But yeah, so this is what happened. So me and my boyfriend, we've been dating for, okay, let me just tell you how we met, the backstory. So I'm single, right, for like 2 years on, and I decided, okay, let me just stop this birth control. It's messing with my body, it's messing with my hormones. So I stopped the birth control, and then I'm single for 2 years, living my life, my best life, just doing me, going out, hanging out, no responsibilities whatsoever, just living my best life out there. And then my best friend my best friend's mom's sister was going to be coming into town, and she was going to be staying with her for like 2 or 3 days. I think she came to see a doctor or something like that. I can't really remember. So her mom's sister was there, and she's like one of the elders in the community at their village. So like all of the young'uns, this is what we do when our relatives come to Windhoek. We go and visit them, bring them all sorts of goodies. So this guy is her cousin, is my best friend's cousin. They grew up together. They're from the same village. So that day, I think I was hungover. I'd gone out. It was the Saturday. I'd gone out the Friday, and then it was my Saturday to cook. So her mom's sister was there, and she was like, "What are we eating? And then I was like, "Okay, let me cook." So when I was cooking, she was texting the cousin. I know, what's up? It's like, where you guys at? I heard your mom's sister was in town. I just wanted to come say hi and what. Fine. So I was cooking macaroni and chicken. I was cooking that, and then I was in my pajamas, guys. If I'm not going anywhere on Saturday, you'll just most likely find me in my pajamas, no matter what day, what time it is. I'll be in my pajamas because it's the most comfortable thing for me to wear anyway. So I'm in my pajamas, and this guy comes around, and my best friend goes out to go and get him because he didn't know where we live, our address. So she went down the road, got him, and then he came in. So we always lock our gate because that's not safe out there. We always lock our gate. So even if you're popping in and out, you always have to lock the gate. That's the rule. So the gate was locked. She locked the gate behind her when she went out, and then she went to go collect the guy, and then they came, and then she was like, Marky. I'm like, God, bitch, I'm hungover. I'm coming. And then I walked out of the house, opened the gate, closed the gate, and then we're walking back to the house, towards the house. And then he's like, she stops and is like, this is my cousin. And then he's like all confident and is like, I know you heard about me. I am not gonna mention his name. I am who, and let's call him Brandon. I'm Brandon who, and yeah. And I was like, so mind you, I'm hungover. I'm still cooking. I'm still trying to be very hospitable to my best friend's mom's sister, and this guy comes there with all this fake confidence, like trying to, I don't know, he was like maybe shocked that cute girl. Anyway, So he's like, I'm who with the confidence levels on high and everything. And I was like, And so in heroic, in my language, I said like, gushi tai, like, what do you do? What do you have to offer? Like, so what? Everybody has a name and a surname, and like, I don't owe you. Like, the world doesn't owe you to be known unless you're famous or something, honey. Anyway, fast forward, I cook. I served them, and he ate. And then the mom was like, "Yeah." My best friend's sister's mom was like, "Yeah. Anyway, when are you guys? She's now talking to this guy. It's like, when are you planning on becoming serious? You should be dating beautiful girls like these girls, like her. Even why are you not even asking for her number or anything? Like, don't you like girls?" And I was like, "Lady, what you trying to do? I'm trying to play matchmaker. This thing is irritating and it's growing. And I'm the type of person that does not mess with my pimples at all. Like, I'm just gonna let you do you. If you decide to grow and become this big, I'm not gonna touch you. I don't want to make the situation worse. I don't want my skin to tear open. I don't want germs. I don't want flesh-eating bacteria on my face. So I'm just gonna let her simmer until she decides to pop. But I'm gonna... Ooh, and she's having a sister. Bitch. Anyway. So she's like, yeah, you should be looking at girls like her, like people that have their shit together, and what. I'm like, honey, I don't got my shit together. I'm hungover as hell. I need a beer. I'm trying to talk about having your shit together. Anywho, and then he's like, yeah, why don't you give me your number? You can hear like the elders' advice and whatnot. And I was like, I don't want to give you my number. I don't even know you, nigga. Sorry for the N-word. I was like, I don't even know you, dude. Anywho, he's like, and then I was like, just like brushing it off, and then we ate, and then I was picking up the dishes, and then I was like on my way to the kitchen, and he followed me. And he's like, yeah, I really want your number. Maybe we can talk sometime. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And then we exchanged numbers, and then we started chatting. Fast forward, a baby on the way. 6 months into the relationship, mind you. These people, unreal. Anywho, back to the story of the birth. So my due date was August 26th, Heroes Day, and I was very excited. Like, my baby's gonna be born on a public holiday. It's gonna be late. He's never gonna have to worry about going into work drunk and whatever. And then it passed. So I woke up in the middle of the night on August 26th, and I was like, ooh, I feel something. Is it? I was like, I don't know how I felt, because I wasn't really in pain, and I wasn't really like, it was just like a jab, and then like jab, and I don't know where the jabbing was at, because I couldn't pinpoint the pain of the location. I just don't know where, but I just know like something's happening. And then me and my best friend wake up in the middle of the night, and we go to the hospital. And the doctor's like, girl, you ain't even open. You're like, you have to like open from 0 to 7 centimeters for you to be giving birth. So I was like, I was at a 0. Like, I wasn't even, my cervix wasn't even open. And then we had to sit on the bench, like sleep on the bench, because we couldn't get a cab back home. So we had to sit on the bench the whole night. And then around 6:30, we got a cab. I came back home. And then speaking too much the whole day, just me like, well, middle of the night again, 27th August. The pain starts. And I'm like, why you want to come in the middle of the night when I don't have transport, when I don't have a car, when the taxis will definitely not take us, when we might get kidnapped? But yeah. And this time I packed all my shit and I'm like, no, this hospital is not gonna throw me out again. I'm going to camp there. On the 27th, in the middle of the night, we took another cab. Fast forward, we're at the hospital, and the doctor's like, you're only 2 centimeters open. Girl, relax, mobilize. That's what he said. Mobilize means like I need to walk around or like do some squats so that my cervix can open faster. So anyway, we're at the hospital, and the pain is not getting worse per se, because I didn't really have intense pains. It was more just like a heat, and then like pain all over your body. Like my toenails are paining, my fingernails are paining, everything is paining at once, and then it stops. And then my best friend always makes fun of me because she's like, they will be having a conversation with my boyfriend and family members and everybody else that was there waiting for me to deliver. They'll be having a conversation and we'll be like talking. As soon as the pain starts, I like stand up and walk away and leave them in the middle of the conversation, and they naturally continue the conversation until such a point. And then when the pain stopped, I would come back and just continue the conversation right where I left it. And then that was just like one of the weirdest things. Anyway, so 27th, nothing. 28th, nothing. And I'm like, what in the living Jesus is going on? I was like in labor for like 3 days. And then on the 28th, they had said that I had opened 3 centimeters. I need 3 more to get to 6 to deliver. And it's taking forever. And then at this point, I was just like tired. I'm like, you need to give me a bed. I need to sleep. I need to eat. The baby was getting weaker because I couldn't eat. The pain was, it's not excruciating. I was just exhausted. I was just tired. I wasn't eating enough. I think that's what contributed to my exhaustion. Anywho, they got me a bed, and then they're like, I'm like taking all my things and like going towards the ward to go and take a nap. And the room they put me in was for C-sections, for the ladies that were getting C-sections. And the doctor was like, you're a new face, what are you doing here? I'm like, no, they put me in this room just to like rest, basically, because I'm in labor, but I'm not open wide enough. And then she was like, lay back. And then she did the thing. And then she was like, oh girl, grab your things, it's time. And at that moment it hit me. I was like, what? It's like, it's time, you need to go. And I was like, mommy. So I took my things and like, I'm literally trying to cry, but the tears are not gonna, like, they're not coming anyway. And then, guys, they don't tell you this, but labor, giving birth is like, if it's your first time, it's the most confusing thing ever. Like, they need to teach us these things. I guess that's why you go to those pregnancy classes and whatever. But I mean, in Africa, third world country, we don't got the monies for those things. Maybe I should open like a free one for just. But do I have to be a registered nurse? But anyway, sidetrack. Anyway, so I get to the labor room. And she's like, can you walk? She's like, can you walk? And I'm like, yes, I can. So I get to the labor room, and then they put me on the bed. And at that moment, I was like, ooh, I need to pee. I need to pee. But I was like pushing the pee out, and it's like nothing. And I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, no, this is where you guys go and push the babies into the toilet part and that is just it's like hectic for a baby. Okay, whatever. It's like, but I need to pee, like I really need to pee, and I can't pee. It's like my passage or something is blocked. And then she takes should I call it a catheter or whatever, that thing, she inserts it into my pee duct. I don't know what you guys biology guys come through. Anywho, she puts that thing in, and the pee is like spraying all over the place. And I'm like, are you new here? She's like, and then she grabs the thing and then the pee, and she's like, oh, you really needed to go, didn't you? I'm like, bitch, I told you I needed to go. Anyway, and then she was like, if you feel any contractions, so she puts this machine thing on my belly. It's like, if you feel any contractions, push. And I don't even know what contractions feel like. I've just been feeling jabs, and apparently those are the contractions. So nobody can actually explain what contractions feel like. They just feel like different bodies react differently, and mine was just like, I just felt like, and then it stopped, and I was like, nothing. So I felt the contractions because the machine was going like beep 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 beep, and she's like, push, and I'm like, what? She's like, push, and I'm like, wah! She's like, don't scream, push. I'm like, how the fuck do I push? And then she was like, you push like you're taking the biggest shit of your life. And I was just laying there like bursting into laughter, and it's like, what the hell? Who is this nurse? Where is my regular nurse? And then I was laughing my ass off. And then that contraction passed, and it's so funny, like in that room, it's like, I thought it was gonna be like boom 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 out. So when the contractions stop, you don't push, and then we just start conversating with the nurses, like I wasn't just out here with my vagina all open pushing, and they just like, and then the other day and I'm like, really? And then they're like, contraction, push, and then I was like, so it took me like it took me the first push, the second push, the baby crowned, but the situation was too small, so they had to take a scissor and cut. So she cut, and then the baby came out. And then I was like, oh my god. And then she put the baby on my chest, like I'm supposed to know what to do with it. And I was just like, okay, thank you. She's like, rub the chest. I'm like, I'm rubbing. And then the baby started crying. And then she takes the baby. I think she goes and wipes it off and weighs the baby. In my mind, I've been watching too much TV. In my mind, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. It's time for me to rest. They're going to take this baby, take care of it for the night, and Bob's your uncle. Basho, my dear, way. And then this male nurse was the one who was in charge of stitching me up. So mind you, I'm like getting injected with this numbing medicine, and then he starts stitching me up, and he's like, if you feel any pain, let me know so I can inject more numbing medicine. Okay, fine. And he stitches me up, and I start to fall asleep, and I'm like, dude, are you sewing a flippin' blanket down there? What the fuck are you taking so long? It's just fucking 2 stitches in my vagina, and I'm out of here. The dude sewed me forever. Like, that was the longest. I've never gotten stitches before, but that was the longest stitches that anyone can ever have. And it was basically just like one. Imagine if I had cuts in different multiple areas. But I commend that guy that sewed me up, because I don't even have a scar down there. Like, it's just a little tiny thing, but it's like, it's totally gone. I'm like, he did the dudes, the things. Anywho's, so they put me on a stretcher bed, and they clean up the other bed. No, they didn't put me on a stretcher bed. They took me on that same bed. They put me in the corridor, the nurses now. And then I was like, oh, thank God, I get to sleep. And then the nurse is like, I'm like, what? Bitch, I'm trying to sleep. And it's like, here's your baby. In my mind, I was like, are you not supposed to bring the baby to me tomorrow morning, or like after 2 hours after I take a nap? No. Okay. And she's like, and then I'm like trying to fall asleep, and she's like, no, you have to sit up and breastfeed the baby. And I'm just there looking at her all disorientated, drowsy, fucking tired. I've been in labor for 3 days. I haven't had a decent meal. I'm fucking starving. What the hell am I supposed to breastfeed this baby? Air. She's like, just put the baby on the nipples. And I was like, I want my mommy. Anywho, they take us now. Okay, now I put the baby on. But there's like nothing. He's not doing anything. He's also asleep. I think he was tired. So I just like, I'll do this later when I have the energy. And then we went down to postnatal ward. This is where they keep all the mothers that gave birth. And then we were down there, and I started breastfeeding him. And I'm asking the other lady that was in my room, like, do you have milk? And she's like, no. I'm like, neither do I. Our babies are gonna stop. Now we're overreacting. She's like, but I just have water. Like literally, like clear liquid was coming out of our breasts. I also just have water. Yes, our baby's gonna starve to death. Jesus, I'm not ready. And then I overreact to everything. And then the doctor came saying, how's the breastfeeding going? I'm like, I just have water. I don't even know if I should continue breastfeeding because my boobs are not doing anything. I ain't got no milk. And she's like, that is the best milk your baby's ever gonna drink. Keep breastfeeding. The clear liquid is going to change into milk. I was like, okay. And that is it, my 3-day labor story. Next time I'm going to be talking about in ICU, intensive care unit for babies, and what to expect, when to expect, what to expect, and overwhelming stories of public hospitals. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new here. My name is Renomba. I'm sure like it took you forever to figure out what the hell, but anyway, like and subscribe, click the like button below, ring the bell, and I'm going to edit this and make it sprucing up for you. Bye guys.